Julius did on Sabonis tonight?
Yeah, well, he's a tough matchup. So I thought that took a lot of energy from him. And, a guy like that, you can't guard individually. You have to guard with your whole team. I thought our team gave the appropriate help, and he put a lot of pressure on us. And so it's great to come in here and get a win. This team is playing as well as anyone in the league. So, and they got a lot of weapons, and they can hurt you off the dribble. Brogdon had a huge game. Turner hurt us with the three, Sabonis. But overall, I thought our defense was really good. The rebounding, the effort, it's hard to win on the road. And it's a good, solid win for us. And the thing that I like the best is we showed improvement from that first game that we played out here.
Next question comes from Steph Bondi, Daily News.
Hey, Tom, for RJ to have, come in with 21 straight misses and the game he had in Tampa to have this type of night, what does that say about him?
Well, that's, makes and misses. I mean, I've seen the best shooters in the league go through stretches where they don't make shots. You can't allow that to impact other parts of your game. And I think he's done a lot of other things really well. He's averaging close to 4 assists a game. He's averaging over 7 rebounds a game. So he can play well without shooting well. And I thought he got into an attack mode. He got downhill. He got a couple of easy ones. Then I thought Julius made great plays out of the post. We got some wide open, good looks, rhythm shots, and our passing was better. Our passing was on target. We have a willingness to pass, but sometimes we don't put it on target, and it does. It makes a big difference. Every detail matters.
Next question comes from Amanda Hajar, Knicks Digital.
Hey, Coach, you guys outscored the Pacers by 30 in the paint tonight. Could you talk a little bit about how important it was for the guards and big men to stay active down there, both offensively and defensively, especially with Indy coming in top of the league in that category? Yeah,
and that was a big concern, was the way they get the ball into the paint and score in there. So, and again, that's everyone tied together. I think protecting the paint, we got to take care of the ball, then protect the paint, react out, cover the line. And we didn't do it as well as we could have in the first game. I thought in this game we did a much better job. But their offenses, and they can spread you out. They give you different looks where they're big, they're jumbo to start, and then they downsize and they put a lot of shooting on the floor. And they have a lot of guys that could crack you off the dribble. And so it puts enormous pressure on your defense. It requires you to do more than one thing. So oftentimes there's 2, 3, 4, 5 efforts on one play. And that's what it takes to win. And we're not perfect sometimes, but if our ball pressure is great and our weak side is aware, we can cover up for any mistakes that we might make.
Next question comes from Greg Joyce, New York Post.
Tom, just what did you see from Emmanuel come back tonight? Did he pretty much pick up where he left off?
Yeah, I mean, a little rust, obviously, but overall very pleased, good energy. And you can see he's clever in terms of drawing fouls, which is very important. And he'll get his rhythm really quickly. He's really talented, and he's smart, and he's a great worker. And I love his attitude. I love his approach. He's going to be a really good player in this league for a long time.
Next question comes from Mark Berman, New York Post.
Yeah, Tom, how much did you like having Austin out there late, with Tate?
Oh, yeah, I think the experience is huge. And again, it gives you another guy who can put the ball on the floor. He can make threes. He can play defense. And that's the way I think in general the league is moving. So, yeah, I thought he made big shots. And he still, he hasn't practiced a lot. He'll get better and better as we go forward. And he's still working his way through the conditioning piece of it.
Next question comes from Mike Borkanoff, The Athletic.
Hey, Tom, the Pacers took 53s tonight, and they shot pretty decently, too, and you guys still won. What do you do as a defense when the team's trying to attack you like that and just kind of bombard you from the three-point line?
Yeah, and it's something, we're continuing to work on. And again, as we said, we have to control the ball, protect the paint, then react out and cover the line. That requires multiple effort. You have to finish your defense. And with the finish, we mean the challenge of the shot and the rebound. And so you can't close short. You can't give up their shots. You got to fly around, and there could be no open shots. And I think hopefully we can get there, but it's something we have to continue to work on.
Next question comes from Steph Bondi, Daily News.
Hey, Tom, two here. One is, how impressed are you with Mitchell Robinson's growth from the beginning of the season till now? And then the second one is, you got your first tech as head coach of the Knicks, and you were fired up over that jump ball call as well. Does this game have a lot more intensity than maybe the others already?
We're just trying to win. So, like we're trying to protect each other, and that's my job, to make sure that, we're getting our fair share of calls. So whatever we got to do to win, I don't like getting technical fouls, and certainly I don't want anyone to get technical fouls in the fourth quarter. So those are hard to make up, but usually I'm pretty low in technicals.
The last question comes from Steve Popper, Newsday.
Hey, Tom, on Mitch, first of all, I guess he got a lot of it early on putbacks and stuff, but were you consciously trying to go more to him? And just what Steph was saying, have you seen real growth from him in these games?
And I apologize for not finishing that. Let's talk about Mitch. I mean, he's just, every day he's growing and growing and growing. The way he's working, studying, preparing for the games, and you could see his confidence grow. He's making multiple effort plays. He's a hard guy to score over, and he's really the anchor of the defense back there. And offensively, there's a lot of room for him to grow, and he's putting a lot of time in. And you guys haven't seen it yet, but it's coming.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.